And we are actually going to be starting off hot as well because we have Dave Roberts joining the show.
Come on.
Oh, yes. Let's go.
Right now.
Let's go. Let's make it happen. Here he is.
This is how we go. We are going live.
What's up, dude?
This is the greatest show on TV.
You got that right. Come on in.
Here, let's just do this.
I think so.
That's right.
How are we doing, Dave?
Amazing.
Wait, you are in a hoodie right now. Are you not a sweaty guy?
I'm not a sweaty guy. It's cold in my office, and I'm certainly a little overdressed right now. I'm a creature of habit, and yeah, I got a bad weather report, clearly.
Yeah, no. Kevin likes to say that he smuggles water balloons. Demp gets Demp gets a little shiny on the forehead.
Demp.
I'm a lower back girl.
Yeah, you're a lower back girl? Yeah, you know what? The thing is, though, is that I'm not much of a sweater, and you guys can see, even in games when I manage, I wear a jacket when it's not that cold, because what I will say is, and it has no tie to right now me overdressed, is that when I get cold, things speed up on me, and I get nervous. So when I'm warmer, it seems like my heart rate is a little bit slower.
Well, we are so happy to have you, Dave Roberts, for the Sage Manager interview, and we have to get to the first thing that everyone's wondering about, and that's a shakeup to the lineup. Can you walk me through some of the decisions?
Yeah, I think the first part, you know, I wanted to try to create a little bit more offense, and then if you look at the 9-hole Alex calls in the lineup, and I felt that having somebody who has an on-base pedigree, I feel like he'll give those good at-bats for Yusevich and whoever else to potentially give somebody on base for Shohei. So I think that's one part of it. And then with Will and Mookie, I just felt that that's just, I wanted to give these guys a different look. I think Will, to be quite frank, is swinging the bat better. And so give him you know, another look, and texted both those guys last night, and they gave me the thumbs up and ready to go.
You know, that's all they reply back is with a thumbs up emoji, or do they thumbs up the text?
So full transparency, I talked to Mookie, had the conversation, and then Will Smith gave me the yellow thumbs up.
See, yeah, some guys are emoji guys.
Not even a flesh-colored thumbs up.
I think it was not a flesh color. It was a yellow, and it was an I.
Yeah.
Even Will Smith said I.
So he's got a little drip in him?
All right, little drip. So
I didn't know Will got drip.
I-G-H-T.
With that I and then GHT.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because I said this to them after Game 3 when you won in 18. If you didn't win that game, I said Will Smith goes to the tool. This is just Uncle Kevin. Uncle Kevin's sitting there being manager as I am, you know, just sitting there with you. And I said it'd be, if they didn't win that game, would they have switched the lineup? Today you switch the lineup. What's the toughest part, though, on this stage? Short amount of games, right? Because we've seen this all the way through. I remember Alex Rodriguez, Joe Torre hitting him 8th or 7th, you know, in Detroit. So, like, how many games do we know? Is this the toughest part on this stage as a manager?
It is, because I think that there's one part of it where it's like you never, as a player, want to feel like the team, the manager's panicking. That's the worst one, right?
Right.
But you also, in the postseason, don't want to feel that your head is in the sand, you're beholden to something that you're not using your eyes and seeing what the game is telling you. And right now for me is I played the longer view with Andy as far as having him in center field. I want those center field defense, which we certainly value, and he's been great on center field. But right now, we need some offense on the back part, right? And then also with Will Smith is taking good at bats. I don't know how today is going to play out, but I do feel that it's not upsetting the apple cart so much, but it is kind of using your eyes. And I think that people, what Buddy Black, my former mentor, said, it's always got to make sense. When you put this lineup together, when I put this lineup together, there's not a person in the clubhouse that can say that doesn't make sense.
No doubt. And the guy you moved up in the lineup, and I just want to talk about him because in your team you get lost with Shohei Ohtani, superstar, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, MVPs, all this kind of stuff. Will Smith, to me, might be one of the most underrated players in baseball because of his ability to do both. Catch the way he does, throw the way he does, and then the clutch at bats, his ability to put the ball in play and drive and runs. He's phenomenal.
He's phenomenal, and I'm not trying to put him in the Buster Posey bucket, but you know, Buster hit 2 for the Giants and led them to 3 championships. And you know, Will Smith is that cut from that same cloth, doesn't want any kind of praise and just wants to do his job. And even after catching 18 innings, I go, hey man, what do you think about tomorrow? And he was
in.
You know, he was like in.
He gave you the I-N-N-N-N.
You know what? And a guy that can hit a homer, but can hit to the backside, that can take a walk when it gets hot. So yeah, he's a very underrated player.
No, what's your favorite thing about this stage as a manager? We've talked about the toughest, but what is your favorite thing besides seeing us that we never get a chance to see? Is it the celebrity aspect of it? Is it seeing old folks? What's the best part as a manager? Because you've been there as a player.
You know what, I think the best thing is it's the biggest of stages in our sport. It should bring out the best in the players. It should bring out the best in myself. And I think that I'm a competitor like we all are, and you want to be the best. And so I want to be the best. And so I want our team to be the best. And so this is our opportunity to show the world that we're the best team. And, you know, we're now in a 3-game series, and we got 1 game here, and we got to play good baseball.
Best in celebrities, too. I heard that Kevin was hanging out with Justin Bieber.
I mean, Bieber, so yeah, he was hanging out with Bieber. You know, you had the Duchess, the Prince, you had LeBron. I mean, guys,
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
That
This
didn't
is
happen.
Like, it's great. It happened.
No. Kevin didn't hang out.
Oh, right.
But he wasn't
to the
surprised.
bathroom.
See what happens? He's not surprised. He's won 5 years
I'm
hanging with all these
not.
celebrities.
Sydney Sweeney is who we really wanted to see.
Bieber, all these guys. That's right.
Reminds me of my wife, Sydney Sweeney. You know, same
That's
thing.
right.
Right?
100%
blondes?
dead
Yeah,
ringer for Gina.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, I was curious too. Like, you know, you have that moment in that 18-inning game. You're trying to win, right? Like, that's all that matters. That's the number one thing, winning these games. And then you have a guy like Yoshinobu Yamamoto who comes up and says, I can throw after, by the way, just throwing a complete game in game 2.
So
how do you manage that where you're like, oh, okay, but also, is this the right thing to do? Like, that's a tough, daunting task for a manager.
You said in.
And I think that, you know, I talked to Yosh, and it's not an easy one. It's either Yoshinobu or Kike or Miggy Rowe. But yeah, you know, when you see that, you got to listen. But there's a potential cost if he did get into that game.
Yeah.
But I think it worked out best for us because you have one of the best pitchers in the game willing to take the ball on 1 day's rest, come out of the pen, but we didn't have to use him because of Freddie's big hit. But I think that it just watching Shohei and Roki after they celebrated Freddie run down to the bullpen.
That was so awesome.
To dap up Yamamoto,
Yep.
his countryman,
Goosebumps.
was unbelievable. It's a
goosebumps.
goosebump moment, and that was pretty special.
Before the results. Now I want to just change gears a little bit, and I want myself to get some goosebumps because, listen, we're daddies, and this is always the hardest thing as dads, right? We love our kids. Now, I'm sitting in Toronto, and I'm just getting ready to order me a cocktail, adult beverage. You got to be over 21 to have these, and I look back and I get this tap on my shoulder, and I get up, and it's just like this gorgeous guy. Well, the guy is your son, Cole. That's Cole Roberts. Cole Roberts was 4. Okay, he's always had beautiful eyes, looks just like Trish.
That's right.
All of the above. But I had a chance to sit there and talk with him, man. I want you now. I know this is uncut, but I want you to tell the world or our families at home that watch, because that's all we have. But give me a little update on Cole because he's playing ball. He went to LMU.
Yeah, I appreciate it. No, because this is a family show.
No doubt.
Family
Yes.
show.
This is a family
and
show.
Uncle Kevin's making you talk about Kobe. Like
Yeah.
somebody say brag about your kid. I want you to brag and tell me his little
you know what?
journey right now.
I'll tell you this. It's like he's the greatest person in the world. He's trying to figure out life. He's 25. Whether it's in baseball, he's not actively playing with an affiliate right now, but whether he wants to coach, get in the front office, you know, do the business thing, I don't know. I know he's going to land somewhere where he's passionate about making impact. But I will say this, that baseball is so great because he was raised in a clubhouse. This guy knew when he was 4 years old, and he still has relationships. I have a picture with him with Mookie when he was 6 years old
That's
at
crazy.
All-Star games, and
they're
David's
going
hitting
out.
them up. You know, now they're going out having cocktails. But it is great because he gets it. And I think the biggest, he has feel, he gets it. And to see my son having a cocktail with him in the dugout club is crazy right now. But again, that's what baseball lends
Family.
itself to.
But that's not it. We went up to the commissioner's suite to stop by and say hi,
course
and
you did.
somebody else was bragging about your daughter. What did they say?
With what?
And my daughter Emmy worked for the
that
commissioner's
she-
office.
Oh, I thought you said my daughter. Yeah,
No.
your daughter. Yes.
Yes,
Worked in the
tell them what they
commissioner's
said.
They said she was the greatest intern they've ever had, worked harder than anybody, and that was said in the commissioner's
Is that
office.
right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
No, that's amazing because commissioner's office gave her an opportunity to work there as an intern.
Yes.
She's a 4th year at Stanford and going to go to law school, but she had that experience to kind of get on her own, live in Midtown, work in the commissioner's office, and she she grew up this past winter, so that's been fun for me. And I'll tell you this, just like you, she would rather sit and watch a baseball game than be anywhere else. And she's like, Dad, why are you playing so-and-so? Why does he always swing at the slider down below? And I'm like, baby, I hear you. I don't know.
Now, when she was going out late at night in Manhattan, did you make her Uber home?
Whoa. Earmuffs, please. Earmuffs for Dad.
Uber home, and the girls
Same with my
Uber
parents.
Black. But Uber Black.
Always,
it's like
yes.
in the background, it's like, hey, we'll take care of the Uber, but just get that.
Well, my dad needs to close on a couple more houses. Maybe he'll let me take the Uber black home.
Hey, one more of your kids I want to talk about that you've kind of raised, and he's getting ready to go off on his own too. Clayton Kershaw, and you bring him in the bases loaded, and to see that moment where he gets out of that on this big stage in his final send-off here this last season, how cool was that moment for you to take in as somebody who's been with him for so long?
It was one of the greatest, and for me, I've been with Clayton for 10 years. So
that's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. 10 years we've been together, and
Skipper's been having leather couch for 10 years.
I know.
Big office.
And I've had a chance to see a lot of great moments with Clayton, and we've gone through some lows together. You know, and that's part of it, right? But to see him come out in that big spot and just grind, and as we watch it here, I mean, there's a lot of things going on in his head, and to get that, 3-2 pitch, and even the PFP, he would have been over there to cover first base. That was just another big moment for him. And I just think that, guys, at the end of the day, Alan Trammell told me this: the game honors you. And you know what? Clayton Kershaw right now is in the pen, short sleeves, doing his thing, getting ready for Game 5. And you know what? The game honors you. And that thing is that epitomizes that. So I'll tell you guys this right now. We have a 3-game series right now. I'm going to go and bet on people. So whatever that means with my managing.
Isn't that the truth?
And that's the postseason. You got to bet on people, bet on the heartbeat. And, Clayton's one of those guys you just have to bet on.
I just love hearing that so much.
It's the trust. It's a trust. You know who you are, whether or not you go over 4. But if Dave Roberts is in my lineup leading off, he's going to grind out at bats. Yeah. If he gets on base, he's going to steal bases. Yeah. The game's hard. That's the thing people get. People go, how does he not bring it? How does this guy? Yeah, if you had a pinch hit 3-run home run, what a great manager. Great call, Millard. But if I have a 6-4-3,
that's right.
It turns into like, well, no, that was my guy. I trusted him, and he made a great pitch.
That's right. That's right. And I think that's the thing that, in my managing, career where I've grown, I feel like the most growth is, at the end of the day, my wife says, hey, would you do it over again? And good or bad, right? And I think that when you put your head on the pillows, like, the process was right. Did you bet on the right people? Would you do it again, right? And you can't chase the results, because that's a flip of a coin. And so that's something for me is like, it's easy to kind of reconcile if you're betting on the people.
Are we really going to go this whole interview and Kevin isn't going to mention 0-4 once?
Well, I was just wanting him to get him excited. I want to get him excited for his kiddos. Never get a chance to talk about the kids because Dave's answering questions about the Dodgers, so he got all of his kids out there. Now let's talk about showering together.
Hey, Dave, I didn't know if you knew this. There's a Netflix documentary out called The Comeback.
Oh, no way. Never heard of it. Hey, send me the link, man. No, is there a Sox documentary? No way.
0-4 champs, guys. 0-4 champs. We'll sign the cover.
Hey, one thing to that testament, you guys, what you had there, I watched it from the outside, being friends with Kevin, obviously, and you guys, and the respect, the culture that you guys had in there. You have created a culture here 100%. In LA. And we could talk about salaries and all that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, when you talk to guys, it's that clubhouse. It's the way that they're treated as players by ownership and by your organization. How fulfilling is that to kind of see that take it fruition to what it's become today?
Yeah, that's probably the thing I'm most proud of. And I think that it's hard in this world where you can't quantify stuff to then now how do I place value on it, right? But being in the clubhouse, seeing guys in 162, and we start out in Tokyo to have guys grind and go through stuff and still guys kind of remain steadfast. I feel very proud of that, but it is a lot easier when you get guys like Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, that October, the leaders are the guys, and they're cut from that cloth, and they kind of echo what I believe in. We believe in the same things. And then when you get younger players that come into our clubhouse, our culture, that's the standard, and I think that's a big part. And I will give John Schneider, the Blue Jays, and Mark Shapiro, Ross Atkins a lot of credit, because seeing these guys from the other side, they got similar
punch
culture.
Back.
They do, and you got to give props to those guys. So this is gonna be it's a great series. It's going to be a great one, and for the fans, we got a lot of good baseball ahead of us.
Doc, always a pleasure having you on. One of my favorite secrets ever is that you're a big cuddler. That's what you told us.
We're hugging
here,
so
Ryan.
alone over here. Come on, get over here.
Ryan,
come on.
Yeah,
there we go.
Guys, we're just doing live hugs. So if you're at home, hug somebody.
Good luck the rest of the way. Enjoy this little ride again, man. It's always great to see you. You're the best for stopping by.
You gotta love you.
All right. That's love forever. That's family forever. When you tears and blood and sweat, no matter what.